Hello, my Cancer Collective. So I am here today to give you your message of the month of February 2025. I hope you guys enjoy it. Um, I'm starting off with two cards that are just like the overall energy of the month of February for you guys. So let's find out what that's all about. Okay, so your focus for the month of February is love, which is kind of funny. You are the only sign that is going to be focusing on love so far. Like, I literally only have three more signs to go. Nobody's talking about love. So this is so funny. But your focus is love, and it's February, which makes kind of sense. And then the second thing I have is yoke, feeling tied down or frustrated. So this it's kind of like an energy where when love goes bad, it's what I'm feeling. I actually heard no. It's wanting to be tied down and you're frustrated because you're not. And then they're saying because you're making a mountain out of a molehill. So that's weird. Let's see what the cards reveal with that. Um, yeah, I feel like somebody here wants to experience love but isn't expressing love, so they're not experiencing it. It's kind of like somebody that says they want to be loved and they want to be happy, but when they have a partner, they're constantly bickering and they're constantly judging and they're constantly saying it's your fault, and they constantly are throwing this person under the bus and slapping them with things of their past. So it's like, yeah, like you're not going to get what you want if you're not able to give it also. I don't know why I'm hearing all this. Not a critique, just all the stuff I'm hearing at this moment. So there are three major influences for the month of February. First is the Mars retrograde in the sign of Cancer that started on the 6th of February, and it shall continue till the 6th of January, and shall continue till the 23rd of February. I don't think anything I say is an accident. So for somebody, this is ending on the 6th, or is starting on the 6th of February. So they might have not experienced too much of it, but they will soon. And then the second thing is the full moon, and the third thing is the new moon. But that energy of the Mars retrograde is influencing a lot these last 2 months. And it's kind of one of those things where you want to take actions, but your emotions are all tied up, and it's starting to reveal how you've self-sabotaged or how you've allowed others to sabotage your life. In other words, you've allowed others opinions, influences, and whatever to see your world kind of shady, and what you're seeing shady is the love situation. So let's see how this is influencing you, my cancers. I'm going to take these three because they kind of folded out of there. The first thing that we've seen is the Eight of Coins. Second thing is the Queen of Swords. And the third thing is the King of Wands. So this feels like at work, or you're working on inside yourself, right? The fight response and the passion response, right? So this means you put your emotions on hold, you turn off your emotions, which is terrible for a Cancer. You turn off your emotions, and then you become off with their heads, right? So this is giving me the Red Queen energy, where anything anybody says makes your head, you feel embarrassed, you feel angry, your head gets really inflated, and then you want to kill everybody that's around you. But then all you need and all you want is love. Why can't anybody love me? But it's like you're chopping off everybody's head. All right. And the second thing you're working on is this. Well, I feel like I'm going to criticize somebody and somebody's going to turn this off, but that's not a me problem. I'm just going to put out the message because that's how it is. The second thing that you're working on is this King of Wands energy. The King of Wands is the energy of, like, I'm going to use my sexual energy to get what I want. I can influence people to get what I want. So this is somebody that would use sex for their partner to do something, and then they would omit sex if their partner doesn't give them what they want. So it's like using your sexual energy in a distorted way. So what you're working on right now, your level of frustration, has to do with your anger that makes you chop everybody's heads off, or this negative energy where you learned that you can use sex as a tool instead of a means of life and creation and for things that are positive. So that's what you're working on. And that's what this retrograde that was on January 6th all the way to the 23rd of February is going to reveal to you. So this is you losing your shit all the time for stupid stuff and then saying, why doesn't anybody love me? And then the other thing it's going to do is create this thing where you're like, well, if I don't have sex with this person, I can totally make them do whatever I want. And then I tell them, I'll have sex with you if you X, Y, and Z, or I'll use my sexual whims to get everything I want. It doesn't matter. But this is the thing that's being revealed to you is your toxic patterns, and those are the toxic patterns. Okay, and that's what you're supposed to be working on. And that's what January and February was. It's January and February is actually this decision of, will I do what I need to do so that I can move into a higher sense of being and a higher frequency, or will I be stuck in the same shit that I've always done and live the same life, which I freaking hate, but at least it's something that I'm used to. So it's not a negative connotation for you. It's not that I'm criticizing you or anything like that. But what I'm seeing here is somebody that has a really dark shadow, that they are being revealed that dark shadow during this time. And it's like, are you going to continue to play by this stupid game, or are you going to actually do the work to get out of it? Now, the second thing that I'm seeing is the full moon, and then that will be in the sign of Leo, and it's the 12th. And usually when things are in the sign of Leo, it means that you are, I want to say, a little arrogant. You're a little bit strong-headed. You have the will to make changes, right? But this is a fire sign, and it's being influenced by the Mars energy that's also fire. And so the combination of the two is creating a more of an amplification of this Mars retrograde in Cancer, right? I just realized the Mars retrograde is in Cancer, so no wonder this is affecting you this harshly, because it's in your sign. Now, the second thing is that there's a square in Mercury in Uranus during this time. So this is verbal misunderstandings. This is like text message sent wrong, email sent wrong, problems with all kinds of communications, and distortions in those communications. Now, I had seen this meme, and this is just the second time I've mentioned this to these collective readings. And the meme was saying, thank God for misunderstandings, because through misunderstandings, I'm able to see who the person truly is. One of the problems that we have as human beings is that we give people a lot of benefit of the doubt. And one of the people we give a lot of benefit of the doubt is ourselves, right? Sometimes we blow things out of proportion. And the reason we blow things out of proportion is because we haven't dealt with our shit yet. Because this looks like having to deal with our shit. And so that moon is going to actually amplify that energy. And especially if you have anybody that is a Leo in your life, because you're amplifying the energy of Cancer, which is you, and the Leo. So tell me how that's going to influence my Cancers. Full moon with, and this is the full moon, is the 4 of coins. What is this doing? This is revealing to you the things you're still holding on to. Okay, so you say, I'm over it. It's not bothering me no more. I've dealt with my childhood trauma. I've spiritually healed this or this other thing. Oh my God, I'm so over people with their fake spiritual healing stuff. I'm not saying spiritual healing is not real. I do spiritual healing for a living, but there are so many people that say, oh yeah, I totally did this and I cried so much and I purged. No, bitch, you just cried. It's different. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm going into a crazy tangent. But this is shit you're not seeing, not wanting to see in yourself, that you're still holding on to, that is going to be revealed even worse during that full moon. Somebody here is being karmic and they're not realizing it. Ooh, somebody's not gonna like this video. And I don't care because this is for what they told me that I need to give it to you for. The next thing that we're gonna be looking for is that new moon. The new moon is the end of February. It's February 28th. It is like that's what this full moon looks like, because finally the retrograde is over on the 23rd, and then we have the full moon, and then it's in Pisces, which has to do with, if you guys are not aware, the north node moved into the sign of Pisces. So whatever house Pisces is in your chart is what is being influenced now that the north node moved in Pisces. Whatever astrological signs are in that part of your chart also are being influenced. Now, also, what it's also being influenced, I guess I'm supposed to tell you guys this because astrology is important for somebody. You should look into your north node, and your north node is asking you to be that person in that area of your life. So wherever it's located, the house is located in, and the sign is located in, it's telling you what you're supposed to be at this time for that sign, right? But then to top it all off, that sign, every sign has a shadow aspect. So it's telling you the shadow that you will be confronting so that you can become that person. So you're being asked to be your authentic self, which is your north representation, and Pisces is making it present. So that's one thing that Pisces is doing with this full moon. Secondly, it's being freed up. Thirdly, there are 7 planets that is aligning to this moon. So we have Mars, Saturn, Mercury, Neptune, Venus, Uranus, and Jupiter. Literally, it's like throwing gasoline on a fire and then that thing just blowing the hell up. So it is a great day for manifestation. And honestly, I wouldn't manifest a new job, a new this, a new that, because you won't get it. You won't get it because there's too much healing that needs to be done. So what I would focus my energy, look at my phone, just agreed with me. What I would focus my energy on would be, help me get over this shit. Like, get over this explosive personality. Realize that the problem is me, because before listening, I explode. Realize that I'm using sex as a weapon. Realize that there's a lot of pent up bullshit that I'm pretending to heal, but I'm not doing anything with. And then heal that bitch so I can finally become the person I'm supposed to be. That's what I would focus that energy on, but everybody to each their own. But let's see how it's going to be influencing you. And look at that. We got 2 cards that flew out. We have the 5 of Swords and the Empress card. What is this? This is shifting your energy, right? Finally getting to the point where you're stopping to stab people in their backs and stopping to feel hurt people, right? So I feel like you're not doing this on purpose, but you're doing this on purpose because you know that this is an unhealthy pattern. You know that your brain goes kind of psycho crazy, and then you start lashing out on everybody, and then you mess up everybody's life in that moment because you're in a really bad space. I'm not saying it's bad for you to be broken at that time. It's not that problem. The thing is that if you're expecting other people to carry you, to fix you, to do things for you, that's the problem. You have to heal you. You're breaking everybody because you're demanding for people to heal you. And this is not only your fault, because the people that you're around at this moment are enabling you for you to be that way. Sometimes the best way to help a person that doesn't want to help themselves is to walk away from them and let them implode. And I'm not asking you for you to implode, but sometimes you really have to hit rock bottom for you to wake the fuck up. And this is 5 of Swords, finally realizing your Chiron placement, finally realizing the wounds that you're carrying, and finally no longer being like controlled by them, and walking into the divine energy of the divine feminine, which is the nurturer, the healer, the person that is whole, which you at this point doesn't feel like you are. Okay. So you're being forced to awaken to your Chiron. And the way God works is kind of like either you do it or we'll do it to you. Either way, you're going to go to where you're supposed to be. And either you will get to where you're supposed to be or you'll end it beforehand. And either way, problem solved. Wow. I sounded like a total bitch there. There's an energy on here that, wow, that's all I'm going to say. Really, really, really needs to do the mental work. This is not a spiritual thing. This is somebody's mind is not straight. So the next thing we have is what you see clearly. Seven of Swords. I mean, Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords. I said Seven of Swords, and I know I'm saying that for a reason. But we have the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is you jump before you think. You act before you really like process why you're acting this way. And then the Seven of Swords, it's like you're the bad guy of the story. This is some crazy shit message. Okay, what you don't see clearly. The world. You don't see clearly that the reason why you're like this is because you stay around the same world, the same group of people. You listen to the same shit. Um, you must have already been told at least once or twice that the problem is your friend group. The problem is the spiritual community you connected to. The problem is your church group. Oh, wait, it was a spiritual community because the phone just finished like whistling to me. So you already were told this. You just refuse to believe it. And so here is saying what you don't see. It is your world. You are inside a world of chaos where people like to and people like to stir the shit and and are using their energy negatively, and then you're still continuing with that group because everybody else had told you that it's that maybe that spiritual group you're in or spirituality not be good for you. That person doesn't know shit. I'm just saying everybody that agrees with you 100% of your side and of the time is not on your side. People that actually care for you, they don't owe you or they don't need you in their lives, but they want to help you because they care for you, right? And they have no problem to tell you if you're being an asshole. Um, and so I feel like that's what I'm doing right here. Like sometimes you have to learn how to accept criticism. Sometimes you have to see if everybody that walks in your path is a narcissist, is everybody's against you, if everything is negative, bitch, is probably because it's you. Wow. This energy is really affecting me. Hold on. Let me ring a bell. God, just move that energy from me, make me be not biased and be clear in this message because I'm feeling hot and I don't want to be there. Thank you and the men. Dios mío. Good thing we only got two more cards to go. So the next thing is the end of the month. How this month is going to end for you. The Lovers in reverse. That's literally making the wrong choices. That's misaligned choices. That is breaking up partnerships and agreements with people that actually care for you to go with the ones that are telling you you're right, you're awesome, and not realizing that these people are actually wanting you on their side because they're fucking you over and you can't see it. Oh my Lord, I feel like you're blind and you don't refuse to see. Look at that. Eight of Swords. You're blind and you refuse to see. It's like you're literally putting yourself in the damn cage and not realizing it. I feel like I want to shake you right now. Anyway, that being said, and for this, the cross watcher that is watching this, okay, this is important because I know that whoever stays in this message to this point is not this karmic person. It is probably not a Cancer because they're going to be so pissed off at me that they're not going to want to hear it. Okay, so I'm obviously going to be talking to a lot of cross watchers here. Okay, learn to let them go. Your life sucks because you haven't let them go. Your life sucks because you're trying to save them from themselves. Sometimes the best way to help a person is to let them implode. They don't know that they're doing the wrong thing because they haven't hit rock bottom. That's all I got to say. Last thing I'm going to do is pull one card. This one card, it is a major arcana. It is a key for the month. If not, it's just additional information. And we have the Nine of Cups. Your wish and my command is what I can tell you there. And what I'm feeling from this energy is that you, Cancer, will be receiving exactly what you wish for. The thing is, I don't think, right, that you realize how much what you had was a blessing from God and how much you will pay now that you won't have that person protecting you anymore. And this again is for the cross washer. The reason this person has not received any karma is because you're attached to them. And if they receive karma, you receive karma. And sometimes the problems for elevated people is the fact that when you hold on to these bitches this long, right? We're actually are the problem. We're the one bringing the snake into this world because we don't allow the snake's head to be cut off. I hope the person hears this message, the one that needs to hear it. I'm feeling very hot. And whoever you are, if you are around my office, oh my God, a gnat just appeared from nowhere. It's way too cold for gnats. But this is an energy. This is the energy that's around here. If you're around my office and if you've seen me before, what are you doing? Why haven't you come? Why haven't you healed yourself? It's time for you to work on you and leave this person hanging. I hope this helps you. We'll see you the next time.